Welcome back to the Fierce and Femme podcast with your hosts, Alicia
and Rami, and today we're going to give you guys a huge update, a life update, a deficit update, and an update on a retreat that we just attended, which is so exciting. So Alicia is going to kick it off.
Yes, we haven't touched base for a hot minute, so I'm throwing it back to oh my God, it's probably 3 weeks ago now, where I hosted my breast cancer Pilates event in collaboration with Ava Active, which the most wild thing is literally when we recorded the first episode of this podcast, it wasn't even announced to the world. So the fact it's over, our raffle literally ends in 3 days. So it's felt like a big part of this year that is coming to a close, which is really, really wild. But I think we're at a point where we raise maybe over $8,000, which is absolutely wild.
That's huge.
I know. I actually need to get the exact figure now. But on the day, it was hectic in the best way possible. It was a massive day. We had 4 classes back to back that I taught. And I teach 4 classes often, but the energy that was required for these classes in particular was a lot different because I literally wanted to bring my absolute best classes, given the cause, given how many people were coming along and supporting, and it was just a fucking vibe. Rami came along.
So fun.
I do believe Rami's class was the best class of the day. It was also the first class. But it was so much fun. Everything looked absolutely beautiful. You guys would have even seen, we posted a few photos on Fierce and Femme as well. We look stunning in our pink. But it was just, so much fun. And I'm just really, really proud of how I showed up on the day, how I did everything. I'm not going to lie, by the end of the day, I was literally a bit of a shell of a human, but I had a great sleep and then we were fine the day after. And I feel like that's pretty much that in a nutshell. And I'm really excited to draw the raffle winners and see the total that we get to with it.
So cool.
Yeah. You want to go?
Amazing. Yeah, I've forgotten what I was going to start with.
The Ava community.
Oh, yeah. Guys, so much happens in our lives. I swear to God, literally. I got invited to go and do a community shoot with Ava Active, which was so fucking cool. I ask Alicia, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Ava Active. It's literally the only activewear brand that I wear. So to be invited exclusively to go, and I had no idea what it was going to be. She literally just sent us an invitation, was here's a date, here's a time, the address, just come, bring some outfits. And literally just a full high vibey day. And then we got there and we're just doing photo shoots and there was just matcha. Realised I don't like matcha, so it was cool.
Do you not? Have you never tried it before?
No. It gives grass. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I love the grass flavour.
Love that for you. But obviously I was I'm going to try this. Anyway, and it was so cool to just be with Alice and the team. And then she completely surprised us with her new contour collection, which... oh my God, it was just a die for. I got to try on the navy blues. It has come.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I just haven't tried it on yet. So that was honestly so fun and just met some real fun girls and was literally just such a great day. Literally just, I couldn't believe I was there. It was so surreal. I was so excited. I told everyone that I was going there.
It looked so fun.
And then she gave us a pair of leggings for free, a hat, some socks. I was so grateful. It was just fucking awesome.
What a vibe.
Such a vibe.
Next update from me is a little bit different, but I'm sharing it on here because I've already got ultimate accountability with it. So I'll put it on another platform and get even more accountability. But I was sort of going through a phase where I wasn't loving my content, mainly on my personal page. So if you don't know me, because some of you may not, I have a personal Instagram and a separate Instagram for my business. And I really wanted to start distinguishing the difference between the two, that my business is my business coaching retreats page and my other page is me as a person. And I wanted it to be less Alicia coach Alicia and more just me and what my life looks like. And I was talking to my business coach, which is Did Choose Retreat we also went to. And I was I feel I need to set a goal in place. And she was yeah, 100%, definitely do that, because I wanted to do more founder content and more taking people along the journey of building my business. And then I jumped off that call with her and I started to freak the fuck out, to be honest, because the goals that were coming to my mind was if you're going to put a goal out there, you don't want it to be something small. I want this to be interesting, where people are invested in it and and it's also really going to push and challenge me to be different to get towards this goal. So I came up with 6 figures and a 6-pack, which, I was pretty fucking stoked when I came up with that. I actually voice messaged Rami and I was
vibe.
I've just had the best idea ever. Because I knew I wanted it to be 6 figures, but I was like, well, it just makes sense for me to have a body goal as well, given being a PT, and also like I just know there's a certain place that I want to be at with my body. I'm not there, and this pushes me to get there. So I'm currently 2 weeks into it, and I did an update yesterday, and we're sitting at just over $10,000, which is great news because we've got less than 90K to go, which feels great.
Amazing. There's 9 more of those, guys.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, dude. We can do it.
Yeah.
And then with the 6-pack, obviously that's a bit of a different goal in that like that's going to take a long time and look different through all of the different phases. So I'm currently in a deficit, which we'll touch on in a sec too. Then I'm going to maintain for a hot minute because we're also running a half marathon, which we'll touch on too. There's just so much happening. Then I'm going to do a big build phase, which I've actually never done before. So I'm really excited to build some muscle. And then we're going to like cut right before the end of my challenge, my like goals, which is 1st of July 2026. So you guys can now keep me accountable as well. I know I'm actually scared because it's going fast already. I'm like, fuck, dude. But it's been honestly one of the best things, as scary as it feels, to just go, I'm fully putting myself out there and just like sharing the good, the bad, the ugly. So if you want to follow along, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment.
Love it. Well, I have my in-person event this Saturday when you guys listen to this, which is so exciting because I haven't had one since March, which feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who that was. It wasn't me. I swear to God.
I know.
So the Frontline Experience is this Saturday. There might be a few tickets left. I don't know at this stage. We'll see. But if so, run to my Instagram bio because it's going to be so fun. I just fucking love doing things in person. And it's so funny because before the retreat, I like mapped out the day and I just literally like looked at it before and I was like, this is going in the bin. Like I was like, what the fuck?
She's up level, guys.
100%. So if you were already like thinking about it, I'm telling you, it's G'd the fuck up now. So you need to be there. And then I would have launched the Resilience Army.
What a fucking vibe.
Oh my God, I'm like shaky because I'm like, it's so crazy to talk about this now knowing that like it's not physically out yet, but it will be out when you guys listen to this, which is so cool. Like this is something that I've been thinking about for so long, and it's so funny. Like I created this group program at the start of the year and I always knew deep down, I was like, I want something group related. I want a community. And what I love about this journey is that like sometimes we have to do things, realize we fucking hate it or we don't like it or it doesn't mesh. And that was my initial group program. And this one, like the Resilience Army, is completely fucking different. It's fully community based. It's literally like whatever fear you've got, you get in there, you go to the tab, whether it's like fear of abandonment, fear of judgment, fear of failure, like literally like eventually it's going to be like fucking fear of spiders. Literally like I'm talking like surface level to also deep as fuck, like fear of connection. And there's just going to be videos of me talking about it. There's going to be resources, worksheets, ebooks, like literally everything possible.
It's a fucking vibe. I've gotten a sneak peek and it is epic. It's so cool.
It's so cool. And I'm just really happy and really excited about it. So that'll be out. So you can join that. And that starts officially December 2nd, which is...
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm so excited for you.
So exciting.
It is just like, it's so you.
Thank
like
you.
all of it, even I keep saying to her, I'm like, even like the word, like down to the details, the amount of work that Rami has put into this, it's like, it's epic.
And I got to do the most fun photo shoot for it with my sister's boyfriend. If you want to suss him out on Instagram, Snaps by Natty. But oh my God, we had the most fun. And like, my advice for doing a shoot is like put together a Pinterest board, like actually think it through, which is something that I've learned from you, which has been like fantastic. But literally we just had so much fun and we had like props and I filmed some reels and it was just, I think that also really helped me become more excited because I just look at the photos. I'm like, fuck, these are sick.
Yeah.
Like,
and it embodies the full vibe.
Like, totally. Army pants. And like, even like going to the Ava shoot, getting that new cap, it was army. I was like, what the fuck, universe? Like, thank you. It just landed in my lap. And some of the photos that I've got, I'm like, oh my God, this cap just like elevated my shots. But anyway, so that's my most favorite business update, I swear to God, of the year.
Yeah. So cool.
Such a vibe.
Next, we're actually both in a deficit, which was like not even
so
planned,
cool.
but it just happened.
I know.
And I'll touch on myself first and then Rami can touch on hers. I'm in, I think just finished week 3. So I know mine will be like 10 weeks all up. It finishes just before my birthday. And I usually like to do that just to feel like, you know, my sexiest self on my birthday because we love a birthday. And I am currently like 2.4-ish kilos down.
Amazing.
Something I was really fucking proud of. So we didn't track from Thursday till Sunday. We literally ate fucking Macca's. We ate KFC. I'm full exposing us here. I don't give a fuck.
That's right. I told my coach.
Yeah. And I'm my own coach, but I also like preach this to my clients in that like eating healthy or being on a deficit or whatever doesn't have to look like restriction when you actually understand it. If you can know like sort of the values of foods and be able to know when to stop and not go overboard and all those sorts of things, you don't actually have to cut that stuff out. So that was just really, really cool to see. And I came back from that trip actually weighing 0.05 kilos less than when we left, which was just like a huge win. And I think for me, like, obviously this is my bread and butter and being a coach, I was like, fuck, that just really shows like I implemented everything that I know. But even in terms of that, it's going pretty smooth, to be honest, at the start. Like I know always the first 3 weeks are pretty smooth sailing. When it starts to get hard is when it gets to like those last bits. But also I just forgot I was sick for like the whole second week, which was not a vibe. But I just did my nutrition, workouts haven't been too much of a slay, but I'm actually so fucking excited to train after retreat because I just found such a like grit in myself. So I'm training tonight and I'm really G'd up to like train. But yeah, so not really much happening for me now, but I'm sure when we do an update a little further on, there'll be more. So what's yours looking like?
Love. I feel like I love how you said that yours started smooth sailing because mine is definitely the opposite. I feel like, so when I got home from Europe, I decided to hire a coach and then we started off just in maintenance for a few weeks. And then when we started to drop my calories, I find that like, I'll start off really well for a week and then I'll be like, oh, I think I've got the hang of this. And then I fuck around and then I say in quotations, mindfully eat. But I will call myself out. I am still learning how to mindfully eat. I feel like there's days that I do really well and other days I'm like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. But like, I'm just not educated entirely. And I remember bringing that to my coach and like, I just got to this point where I was like, I'm actually just sick of myself. Like I was like, I need to call myself out. I feel like I'm trying again in quotations, but I'm not doing my best. And I feel like I got to this point where I was like, what am I paying her for? What am I doing? Like, I know how badly I want to cut weight. And it was kind of like I feel like I flipped a switch of like, not so much just losing weight, but challenging myself. And that's what was pissing me off. It was like, am I not fucking disciplined enough or not committed enough to get this thing done? Because I had told my coach, I was like, should we do a flexible approach or should I just like lock the fuck in? And I talked myself into doing the flexible approach, knowing it's because I couldn't believe in myself to lock in. Right. And I, again, just calling myself out fully. So when I finally decided to lock in, I feel like I've really been enjoying it, which is so crazy because I've never enjoyed a deficit. Like I've always seen it as something so hard and so challenging and like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to be done. Or like, how long is it going to take? Why haven't I lost all the weight yet? And blah, 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 blah. Whereas I feel like this time I'm like learning so much more about my body, so much more about food, so much more about like your input versus your output. And like, just getting people involved in it, I think has also been really great. Like getting Vass really involved and like telling him that I need to weigh things or I need to plan ahead. And he's been so supportive. And even my youngest sister started a deficit. And yesterday we were just talking about it too and just giving each other like advice and tips and stuff. I love that. Yeah, it's so good. So I feel like for the past like 2 to 3 weeks, really got into a good groove and it just makes me so excited because I think since coming back from Europe till now, I've lost like 3 to 4 kilos. Nice. Yeah, which is awesome. So definitely a few more to go, but it feels easier. Like once you actually decide to lock in and realize like why you're doing it and the importance of just realizing it's not fucking forever. It's literally just...
It's a phase. Get in and get out.
A phase. And kind of what I was telling you the other day, I had this thing where I was like, well, I want to eat dinner with Vass. And if we don't eat dinner together, it's, you know, a whole thing about our relationship, making it so much deeper than what it actually fucking is, which is so dumb. And then realised...
But you're not the only one.
I know, right? That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up because I'm sure there's people out there that really value eating meals with their partners and I totally value that, but it got to the point where I was like, well, I just need to plan for me and let him know what I'm going to eat, and if he wants to eat it, he can. If he wants to do his own thing, I just have to be okay with that because he's not in a deficit, I am. Like, he doesn't need to change anything, but I do. So just so many little mindset things, discipline things that just like have come up during this deficit that I feel like I'm finally in this place where I'm like, yeah, I can fucking do that. I got this.
So funny you say, I literally voice messaged a client this morning and I'm like, when you're in a deficit, the more people you can get to support you, the better. And just tell people about it, because people don't understand if you don't share it.
Yep.
Like, a lot of people don't get it, and like, why would you do that, and blah blah blah. Like, the more people you can have on your side, the easier it is. And I mean, I won't even get into that because I could talk about that topic for hours. But anyways, retreat.
Oh, so excited to talk about this.
Should we just go day by day, sort of, and like a bit of a breakdown, how we felt, everything? So
the lead up.
Yeah, let's even just start with, so we road tripped up, and like, we're probably going to bounce back and forth on this. So if we talk over each other, apologies. But yeah, we road tripped up, and it was an 8-hour road trip in total, but it went so fucking fast.
We can fucking yap.
Oh,
is something we really learned.
Yeah, like, we knew we could yap, but holy shit, I actually thought we would run out of stuff to talk about.
We did not.
And even on the way home, after spending a whole weekend together, not that we really got to like catch up over the weekend.
Yeah, it was so busy.
We yapped the whole time. We had some cute little stops on our road trip. We stopped in Albury, we stopped in Goulburn and saw a ram.
Oh, yeah, and stayed at some fucking dingy motel.
But it was all part of the experience.
It was so fun.
We had some great Thai food.
We
my
did.
God, I'm still literally thinking of that pad Thai. It was delicious.
But it's funny because our drive on the way, it was just like nerves, fear, what do we think's going to happen? What are we expecting? And da-da-da. And then the drive home was just like so fucking chill. High vibes, karaoke, like full reflecting. But yeah, the drive up, it was just... it was like quick, but also we were just so in our head about
like, a lot of anxious energy.
Yeah.
But and now you like look at it, and I knew we would feel this way.
Yeah.
Is that now you're like, oh my God, why were we feeling like
literally
that? But it's just, I mean, it's so normal. And yeah, so we woke up, we actually got up quite early the day of, went for the most beautiful walk. Like,
oh my God.
Literally,
like
imagine like fog. It was literally like a fucking fairy tale. Fog everywhere, freezing, but like stunning. And there were rabbits. It was just absolutely
so
beautiful. And then we made the trek to the retreat, which, oh my God, this is where we full went into freak the fuck out mode.
Literally, I feel like I'm re-anchoring into the nerves that I had. Like, we like had the map on, and as soon as we saw the house on the map, we're like, oh my God, the house is there. And we like missed the turn. And then we were like...
And I'm like, we can just turn around. We don't have to go anymore. Like, we'll just change our mind.
Oh my God. And then drove up there, and we got there like half an hour early.
Yeah, we thought it would be the
so many girls there already.
I know.
Because there were 18 of us all up. So it's like a big group style retreat.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I feel like as soon as we all started chatting and we were all getting to know each other, I was like, fun. We're going to be a fucking sick group.
What mine literally was and some of the girls laughed at this, but as soon as I had my testimonial video, I was calm. I'm like, put me in front of camera. I'm chilling and I feel at home and I'm good to go. And that's where I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Like, after doing that, where I know like some people would freak the fuck out about that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, we got a little introduction into like the retreat, all the rules and those sorts of things. And then we got to put our weight vests on.
Our 10 kilo weighted vests.
Which like, you put that on and you feel it.
You can feel it.
The second you put it on.
Straight away.
And it's just sort of like that realization as well, we're having this on.
Like we're
for
here.
the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Like
it's game time.
Yeah. This is coming along with us.
And it was just so interesting because I guess like it's going to sound boot campy, but the intention of the weighted vest is to represent what emotions and feelings and thoughts that are
fears.
Like holding you back. And it just felt fucking heavier and heavier throughout the day. And the first activity, we were already doing like over 100 fucking burpees, and my right
the
knee
vest on, by the way,
has like the biggest scrape because we're doing it on a tennis court. And I was like, what the fuck? It was fucking full on in the best way possible.
Yeah. And it was also no playing around. It was like, no, we're there and we are like right the fuck into it. Like, there is no dancing around the fact like you were at this retreat and it has started.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for me that excited me of just like, holy fuck,
we're here.
We're into it. And I'm a bit crazy. I actually really do love burpees, but doing them with a vest, so different.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But like, I can't believe, because I did 160. Because then remember we added 50?
Yeah. I did total 120.
But you flew through yours when you were done. I was like,
thank you. That was, do you know what? That I'm competitive, but also I knew that I didn't have as many as other people. But I was just like, my goal was like, be the first to finish, be the first to finish, be the first to finish. And then I was just like, to start on that note, I was like, okay, fuck. Because that was sort of something I wanted to prove to myself, like a big intention getting into this retreat was like, I actually said in my testimonial, it gave me my grit back because I love like fucking hard workouts and I can push myself really hard and I have not been doing that. Like hand on heart, I can say I've not been going to that edge where I can push that hard. So I think starting like that, I was like, fuck yes, I'm back. Like this is what I wanted exactly from. I'm like, I can go now. I'm good.
Literally, I was like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
That was when with all the workouts, I was like, what the fuck? Like I can do that.
Yeah.
Like I think that was really cool. Even all the like extra push-ups. So if you said the word sorry on the retreat without meaning it, you had to do 10 push-ups as well.
Yeah.
So everyone is like sore as fuck, or you're like mid-workout, or you've just finished a workout and it's like you're doing them then and then. Everyone's like holding each other accountable.
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
so
what
fun.
did you say? What did you just say? And it's like boom, 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 boom. Everyone's doing these fucking push-ups.
How many? Oh, we both did 100 push-ups
extra
over the course of the retreat. And that's, again, with the weighted vest on. And then later that day, we did a lot of deep shit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into it too much because if anyone's listening to it and going to the retreat, like I do want to leave some suspense for
you. You just need to go.
You just need to go. Honestly, like the best fucking thing ever.
So much
and
to
I
learn
feel
about
so
yourself.
blessed that we got to do it together.
I know, me
because
too.
the only hard thing if you're doing it with a friend when they're crying, oh my
So
God, to
hard.
listen to them and not cry. I was crying every time Roman was crying. Like it just wasn't not going to happen. And then had dinner. Oh my God, the food.
Her mum, what a queen. Her mum's a chef and just made the best breakfast, lunch, dinners, snacks. Like we were fucking well fed.
Yeah.
Like it was delicious, the food.
And also like great for you food. And that's I think why it was as well, we weren't stressed about being on our deficits because it's like, well, it's not like we're going and eating things
shitty
like
food.
Soaked in oil and all that stuff.
Such
like
good
it
whole
was
foods.
so good, so fresh, so delicious.
Yeah.
We finished the night with a really fun activity, which again, you'll have to
So
go to see what that is. And then day 2, we wake up in the morning at 4:30. And again, weight vest goes straight on.
Literally straight on as soon as you're up.
Yeah.
And I was on a bunk bed. So I was at the top and I fucking remember this first morning coming down those stairs. I was like, oh my God.
And seeing it.
My shoulders.
Like the pain, yeah.
I was like, I'm getting an extra fucking work.
Yeah. No, I was shocked the first morning waking up. I was shocked at my core. That was the first thing I could feel because I sat up and I was like, when the fuck did I use my abs?
Literally.
Like, insane. So then, weight vest was on and we were into the beep test, which, I also want to say, I also woke up that morning with my period or I got it the night before or something. And I always on my first day have I usually take the day off and have cramps and just sit at home and do admin and stuff. And I was like, dude, this is my fucking test that this has come on this weekend. And all morning, literally before this workout, I'm sitting there going, do I ask for Panadol? Do I not ask for Panadol? Do I ask? Do I not ask? And then I just went, the disciplined decision is to ask because I know, if I'm being so honest with myself and if anyone was, I know that if I just push through, I'm not going to be able to push as hard as if I have assistance. And I'm not someone who usually takes medication on my period, but God, am I fucking glad that I did because it made such a massive difference and that could have altered my experience completely if I was no, I'll just soldier on and discipline isn't always doing that. So that was even a big lesson for me and myself of going, I'm actually really fucking glad I asked because they're not going to see it as weak that I asked. They're probably going to be good fucking decision because we're about to do the fucking big test in weight vest. So,
which we did twice, by the way. Twice.
And about 5 minutes after the other
Literally. It was who reckons they can do it better? And everyone's obviously we can. And everybody, and that's the thing. It's you're so much more stronger or fitter or anything than you, so much better than you think because we all did it once and a lot of us were impressed. I was so impressed with myself with the first one and it was mixed answers, but even though I was impressed, I was like, well, why don't we try again anyway? Right, we'll just do it again. And then still did better. And it just shows how important positive head noise is, because we had no music with any of these workouts. We weren't talking to each other. It was very much just and to add, when we woke up, we weren't allowed to speak to each other.
Oh yes.
So it was
look at no eye
or look at each
contact.
other. So it was literally get up and zone the fuck into the workout, which I loved. And that's why I drove to the gym this morning with no music. And I was I'm just gonna notice my head noise without getting distracted and notice what's going on. And that I thought was so cool. But even doing the beep test the second time, I was fuck, I could have pushed myself more the first time to have gotten this number.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought that was so cool. And like same with you.
I think the cool thing was like, okay, the second time around, you're tired.
Oh,
You've
my
already
feet
done
was
it.
so sore.
I think mine was just like, my cardio has just not been there. And when she said do it again, and knowing, for me, it was knowing the number I got to the first time to be like, well, fuck, well, now I can't do less than that number. Because again,
Literally,
like,
the
I'm
ego.
The ego of like, I'm not fucking doing less than that number. And we'll get to like halfway to my number and I'm like, how the fuck did I do this last time?
Same.
I literally was just
like, why did I do that
No.
the first time around?
And then I ended up, I was so close to the end, so close. And then I was just like, literally, like, it's just not happening. I'm going to vomit or something. And that was a lesson for me of being okay with it not being what I wanted it to be, and like also still being able to celebrate that, because the difference between one, for me, it was like, okay, I'm on my period. I got to level like 15 in the first one, and then in the second one got to level 18, and between that there's like 10 in each of them. So I got so much fucking further the second time, but I wasn't able to celebrate that because I was like, I didn't finish. So that as well is something so common in my everyday life. So that was a big lesson for me to be like, okay, well, fuck, I actually need to be really aware that like they can coexist, and that I can be really happy with what I got and I can still want more. And I think that's just also us as people and the type of people we are, like always wanting to grow and always wanting to hit these goals. So that's a big lesson for me just to implement in general as well.
Yeah, I think as well what I had taken away from that was like healthy pressure is good pressure, because we are people that strive for greatness and we never think it's good enough, even though in someone else's world they'd be like, oh my God, that would take years to do, right? And because I think about how much pressure I put on myself, and then I love how Dig explained, instead of getting rid of the pressure, increase your capacity to hold more. And it's like, that is the best advice you could give someone, especially people like us, or if you're listening thinking I'm such a high achiever or I get burnt out, it's like increase your capacity so that you can hold more and do more and then just regulate yourself. Like that was a fucking huge thing for me. I was like, I love the pressure I put on myself. I just need to reframe it, instead of being like, oh my God, it's so heavy, to actually, I get to have this pressure, and how cool is that? And I'm expanding my capacity.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes is like, pressure is a privilege.
Totally.
So
literally,
that.
Huge reframe.
After that, we got to eat. Fuck, I was like, I need.
So every time we got to eat, I was starving. I was like ready eat.
For it.
Oh,
and then what did we do after that?
I think it was it
Bragg Circle?
Well, the first day we forgot about the visualizations, like the we didn't get deep into that. You're right, you did say that. Anyway, so the second day,
I think Bragg Circle and stuff. Of like just sort of being like, what are you proud of about yourself?
Yeah,
that
so
I
cute.
really love. I mean, I even loved watching yours, dude. Like you fucking
I was like
owned
shaking
it.
though.
But you were so confident and just like.
I know. I was like, she's like, who wants to go first? I was like, fuck it. Like, Alicia and I also made a pact before this retreat. We were like, we're going to fucking speak up after every single one, put our hand up and like.
Be a leader.
And it felt so good to just do that. It was scary. Like, I was shaking at some of them. Like, one of the activities the first night, they were like, how was it? And I was like, I felt uncomfortable. And I was just sitting there like fucking crying. But I was like, I agreed to this and I'm not going to grow if I don't talk about the discomfort that I'm feeling.
I really loved that we did that. And I think that was just a big thing for me, is like getting home, I was like, I did exactly what I wanted to do. And that, like, nothing feels better than that, than going 100%. Like, okay, even when it did feel fucking scary, I just made a pact to myself. And even actually on the first day, I believe we wrote a commitment to ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, are you going to commit? And that for me was like a non-negotiable of like, I've done that so many times. I've written down shit so many fucking times and I'm sick of writing it down and not doing it. 100%. And my commitment was something like, off the top of my head, I'm gonna hold my high standards unapologetically.
Oh, I love that.
And there was like a second part to it, but I was like, and that was the thing with the beep test too, of like, this is a standard for myself, or like same as us speaking up, like that is a standard for myself, and I'm like gonna make sure I commit to doing that. So I think then in the second and third day, that was in my mind the whole time of like, well, you've written that commitment down.
Yeah.
Now it's your time to shine and like stick to it. So yeah, we had to stand in front of everyone and say what we were proud of ourselves about. I bawled at one point, and like, we won't share the intimate details because that's what's said at the retreat stays at the retreat.
Yeah.
But I think it was really cool. Like, even I learned so much more about Rami and like things that she shared, and I'm like, whoa, I've never heard that side of the story to it. And That was really awesome.
So cool.
And then, we ate lunch blindfolded.
Yeah. That actually, you know what's so funny is that on the day when we did this activity, like after we ate, when we sat on the garden, we sat with our blindfolds for like an hour. It wasn't
Literally
really,
an hour.
It didn't impact me then, but it's impacted me after. And I feel like when it was happening, I was like, oh my God, I'm so bored. I'm getting annoyed.
Really?
Yeah. But then as I've come home, because like the whole point was like, imagine you're blind, like appreciate what you have kind of thing. And I think my brain was like, well, I can't take this seriously because I know I'm about to take this blindfold off, right?
There was a part of me that felt that too. Yeah.
But then as I've come home, it's like this delayed effect of like, but fuck, what if I was blind? Like, I've just like really appreciated my loved ones' faces so much more. Because even when she was doing that activity, she's like, imagine you could never see their faces again. But I was like, oh, I can though. Like, I will. And then I've come home and I'm like, oh my God, like I have so much more gratitude for people who are blind because I'm like, they really do miss out on something that we do take for granted.
And to me is such a big part of it. Like, I'm even looking around Rami's room right now and I'm like, all the things in here that you just see and you wouldn't. And even my head just thought of like, today I went for a walk at the beach with the dogs and I've never seen a crab on this beach, and I saw this like tiny little crab. It was blue and I was just like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. And like so many things you appreciate in life are visual, like you see it.
I love how Dig gets you to appreciate all of your senses. Like it's almost like she just strips you back entirely in the best way possible. Like even just eating food and getting you to slow down and actually enjoy what you're eating. Because like how often do we just eat and we're just scoffing it down, or we're watching TV while we're eating. We're not thinking about what we're eating because we're just eating for the sake of it. And it's like, if you actually sit and feel the food that you're eating, oh my God, the appreciation.
And you also taste so much more. Like I was eating and I'm like, oh wow, like I can really taste this in the, and I've done that activity before in our boot camps and stuff, like at home, and closed my eyes and done it with like a bowl of yogurt. And for me it's mainly the flavors of being like, well, I've never noticed this in this until I actually sat and slowed down. And like I've been doing it at all my meals now since we left.
Yeah, I feel like since I'd watched a few of her trainings about that, I'd been doing it. And then especially while in this deficit. Yeah. Especially when I'm eating like my ice cream or something. Because you want it to last. I know. I'll be telling Vass, I'm like, I'm going to eat this so slowly so I can like really... And it was so cute actually, because when I got home and I told him about like the activity where we were eating the food really slowly, he's like, oh, lucky you've been practicing that. I was like, yeah, I was practicing that. But I was like... It was really hard there because the thing that we were eating is so funny. We have this thing that we were eating. I have such a sweet tooth, and it was so funny. Like my challenge was to eat it. We were talking about. No, I'm talking about that activity. Okay. I was like, I really struggled to eat that so slowly because it's one of my favorite things. And then Alicia is like, like dry.
I didn't like it, and literally at one point it was gagging.
And I was like, oh my God, how do I eat this so slowly? I just want to fucking swallow. And
I'm like, get this over with as fast.
That actually cracked me up. Like it just shows you can go to the same retreat and do the same fucking activities and this is why I would go again, because I think some people think like, oh, why would you go again, or you've done this already, why would you? It's like, it's a completely different version of you.
Yeah. In 6 months' time, you're going to be a whole different 100%. Person, have different goals, have different fears, have different things that like...
And if you're the same person you were 6 months ago, sis...
Oh... I nearly said it. I'm not apologizing for that, but that's how I feel. Like, if you haven't changed in 6 months.
Like, look in the mirror right now and ask yourself if you're the same person you were 6 months ago. Because if you are, this is literally your sign, and you're listening to this for a fucking reason. Yeah. Do something. Yeah, anyway.
Do something about it. Then we got to see one of our besties. Yes. Which was just like... So cool, and so proud of her. Shout out to you, Ronnie. Absolutely fucking killed it.
The best breathwork experience I have ever had. I just fucking went balls to wall.
Like, same. I was like, I mean, we both can be laughers.
We're such laughers.
But I literally swear to God, and I was like, am I like faking this for a second? No, but for a second I was like, am I laughing? And like, no, I literally can't fucking stop laughing. Like it took like 3 breaths, and I'm like, fuck, it's here already. Like it's already coming up. But I think that also shows how open we already were, that it didn't take much and it was just like, it's there already.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, the reason sometimes those things take time is because you're resisting. Whereas I was just like, wide fucking open. Like, take me. And then from there, it was
roller coaster.
For me, it was just constant tears, like snot.
Yeah.
I was still a bit sick, and I literally, in this breath work, one point we turned around and like could have an anger release, and
which was so
my
cool.
anger was a lot of sadness, but I was still sick, and I literally just like foul, fucking disgusting.
Dead.
And like wiping my face, more tears, more snot, wiping, like just everything it was all coming out of me. It needed to come out, but like,
so good.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly what I needed though.
Totally. Loved it. The rage release bit was so cool. I love, like, gotta have a good scream or cry or punch of a pillow every now and then, ladies. Like,
if you were in that room, dude, the energy in the room was...
You would have been scared, I think.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have never, like, I remember being that person that's in one of those rooms and I've never done it before, and people are, like, screaming and crying, and I remember being so scared. Fast forward, I'm that person that's, like, screaming and crying, and it's just the best feeling. Like, I truly feel like I emptied everything and started
I got
fresh.
Everything out that I needed to get out.
So good.
And then we did a fun, like, little dance,
Little
which was
party,
so fun.
shake the energy off.
The funniest thing is we still had the wait list.
Trying to dance. I'm trying to do the same moves, and I'm like, my body is not moving.
I was like, I'm going to do a little slut drop, and I'm like, it's hard to get back up from this thing. But like,
that was really fun.
That was real, and it was so needed, because
So
literally
needed.
for me, I was actually thinking, I'm like, if someone looks at me, I'm going to keep crying. Like mine was not ending, and I find that sometimes when I do breath work, I'm literally then just a tap and it like will not shut off. That helped so much, because I was like, I could have so easily sat in that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to. I'm like, I just don't want to stop thinking about this, and I just want to keep crying for like the next 3 hours. But because we did that shift, I'm like, we're dancing to fucking Bootylicious and like
so
having
fun.
the best time, and that was so needed to then I could talk about, like, I actually went up to Dig after and asked her a question, and I wasn't like so emotional about it. So that was really cool, and it just shows you how quickly you can shift your energy. And I've even been using that, like,
so
today
quickly.
I was actually going to drive here in silence, and I'm like, nah, I feel like I need a bit of a pick-me-up, and I'm fucking blasting songs and like playing some songs from Retreat.
That is honestly just so valuable though, like that reminder of you can move through emotion so quickly. Emotion is just energy in motion, and I think that like people who choose to feel feelings for an extended period of time, it gets to a point where it's like, you're actually just choosing this.
Yeah.
Because we went through the motions. We went from anger, sadness, happiness, shame, joy, anxiety, fear, stress,
Literally
laughter again.
everything you could think of.
Within 48 hours. And it's just, some people actually just sit in their sadness for that long. And that was just that reminder of, you can move through your emotions, like feel them. It's so important to feel them, but you don't need to feel them forever. You don't need to feel them for too long. Like, you're allowed to just chuck on your favorite fucking song and boogie through the feeling. Or you put on some breath work, cry through it, journal through it, whatever it is. Like, that's what I love about retreat spaces, and that's why they're so transformational, because it's like you literally feel everything possible in such a short amount of time, and then you're also shown how to move through it. Fucking so fantastic. Cool. She was so good at doing that.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Then we sort of had a very similar night to the night before, and then the last morning, honestly, is something I will never... I can't stop thinking about it. Yeah. I will never forget it.
That was life-changing.
And even, oh my God, I was so happy. There was this song that I was trying to remember the whole drive home. And then yesterday, I finally remembered it, because for me, like, music has such... It's crazy the effect music can have. Like, when doing an activity, the words in songs... For me, I find that brings out so much more in me.
100%.
And I was trying to remember this song, and I finally remembered it yesterday, and I listened to the car on the way here, because I was like, it just like hit so strong for what I was going through.
That's so funny,
at
because
the retreat.
I listened to the Rage Release song in the car after the gym, but it wasn't like, it was actually just, it felt so good.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm so happy right now.
As I was like I felt it in a good way, not a sad way in that time.
Love that.
But the last morning pretty much was like a show us what you're made of. Prove that everything you've just learned over the past, like,
it was hard.
Not even 48 hours, you're going to show the fuck up. And I reckon, like, we'll keep some of it secretive of, like, what we did. But then I reckon we can share the plank. Guys. That was the most fucked thing I've ever done in my life.
Guys, you know how hard it is already to just plank on with your body? Like, body weight planks?
Yeah. Versus...
Plus 10 kilo vest.
We then picked up a weight plate, and Rami and I both went for 15s because we're fucking G's like that. And then we were expecting, because what she does for her retreats, I've only seen this,
Same.
is an overhead hold with a plate, and like you feel that weight.
So you expect that's coming. Like, you know, we picked up that 15 kilos. We're like,
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold this.
We know it's
over my
going to be
head.
heavy.
Yeah.
She fucking did us dirty.
She goes,
In the best way.
what we're going to do is get into a plank, and we're going to put that weight on your back in a plank position.
I was like,
With the weight vest on.
is this bitch serious?
So that is a
Literally.
total of 25 kilos on top of our body weight.
Guys.
It was fucked. As soon as I put the weight plate on my back, I was bawling my eyes.
Bro, I actually really struggled to just pick myself up. Each time I fell, I was like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
You should have
It
heard the
was
fucking noises
the
coming out of us
screaming
too.
from
Like,
everyone, the
It was
crying, the yell.
Oh.
Like, it was so fucking like,
powerful.
yeah, that you just took the fucking weight. It's like, I know some of you might be listening thinking, oh my God, that sounds really hard, but there was just so much power in everyone's strength to just keep going. And like, oh God, no words right now.
You felt like that moment. I actually keep looking back to it. I'm like, I actually loved as much. Like, I was crying because I'm like, this feels like fucking shit,
so
and I never
mixed
want to feel this in my
emotions.
life. And I think that was the thing of like, that's the whole point of it, is the reason that Didge does the weight vest and has this weight on your back is like, this is how it feels if you keep carrying this same fucking shit around that you've
heavier
been
and
dancing
heavier.
around. And that's where I started to get really fucking like angry and upset of like, I'm not fucking letting myself
way.
feel this. But then I did start to she put on like a Survivor remix, and that I was like, I'm the fucking Hulk,
soldier
and I'm getting
in
up.
us.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, I switched from pretty much when they put the plate on, I was in a plank on my elbows, on my toes, held it for like 10 seconds and fell. And then I just kept going to my knees. And I'm like, I'm just, because you still work your core on your knees. And I'm like, I'm still holding it. And then that song came on and I was like, fuck this fucking, I'm like, I can do more than this. And I swear this fucking beast came out of me. And I came up onto my hands and I'm like on my hands in a plank. And I reckon I kept going like 10-second rounds. And I'm like, take a few deep breaths, like we're fucking going again. And it just like lit a fucking fire in me. And by the way, this plate, like, I think mine fell off 2 times. And one time I was saying to Rami, at this moment I was like, I was really proud of myself for staying up in the plank. The plate slid down my back to my fucking ankle. This is 15 kilos sliding down my back to my ankles. And I'm just like, stay the fuck up. Like, keep fucking going. Like, keep getting up, keep getting up, keep getting up. And then this is the moment that really, like, this was the best moment of retreat, is where we get to take the weight vests off. We get to ditch our plate.
Oh,
and
I fucking threw that thing on the ground.
yeah.
Threw that shit. I was like, nah. Like, we don't realize, like, obviously emotionally how much we carry shit. But when she gets you to, like, compare that to what it's like physically, it feels so much heavier, but we don't realize the emotions that we carry.
It's the same.
It's literally the exact same, because it comes out in the way you feel, or maybe how your body starts to feel or whatever. But like, that's the same with me. I was just like, what a waste of time. Like, why am I holding on to these emotions for longer than fucking necessary?
Yeah.
It's holding me back.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Literally.
Like, stop it.
And I think it's a moment, and again, I'm not going to share the exact details because it's like personal to us,
Yeah.
but she went round one by one to take off our weight
so
vest,
beautiful.
and which was really beautiful. And I think, like, Didge's also been my coach for a year now, and I literally, when I opened my eyes and saw her there, I started bawling because I'm like, ugh. But just what she said to me in that moment, and that, like, I will literally never forget that moment, because I'm just like, I felt so light. Like, once I fucking threw that plate on the ground, took my vest off, I had a moment like where it all just came out, and then I'm like, oh my God, it's gone. I'm like, I'm healed.
I'm healed.
And
if you know, you know.
yeah,
The
like speechless.
best fucking feeling after. Just
Yeah.
what are your key takeaways?
God, do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I'm like, I don't know how to put it into words.
Stop wasting time was a huge one for me. Like, just be productive, make quicker decisions. Like, just stop fucking wasting time, and stop wasting time on your phone. Like, we don't realize, and I have realized so much how much I'm on autopilot with grabbing my phone. Like, even today and yesterday, I've had to consciously, like, it's almost, it's kind of like I was saying to you, I feel embarrassed that I have to consciously not get my phone. It's so fucked up. Like, I feel like that was a huge one for me, and just the stop complaining thing. Like, even now, if I do complain about something, I'm actually so much more aware that I'm complaining.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was the point of that? Like, I love, like, Didge was really, like, the way she said it was like, if you're going to complain about something, do it because you want a solution. Like, if you don't want a solution, you're just complaining for the sake of it, why are you wasting your fucking energy on it? And I think that's so valid, and how people just bond on complaining and talking about their problems. And it's like, why can't we talk about them, but then just give solutions and just deal with it? You know, like, anyway, so that was huge for me.
I think mine have come to me now. 2 would be the whole 2 truths can coexist. So like I can achieve that and be proud and equally want more, or like you can be, I watched a training on hers yesterday which really like solidified a lot that we did at the retreat of like, you can be a good person and a bad person, and like a lot of things can coexist and it's not right or wrong. And then I think the second one, which this was from the song that was playing when we dropped the weight vest, but like, live your fucking life. Like I cannot stop singing that song in my head, like JB, life is worth living. And I just literally, like, I was literally on the beach today and I was like, live your fucking life. Like, stop being so scared or letting all that weight hold you back. Because I think that for me was a realization of like, fuck, I just like how much you let shit hold you back from being outside. And even like today, I did breath work sitting on my camping chair in the sun. And I was just like,
that's a great idea.
This is fucking beautiful. And like, I've been eating all my meals outside and like, just so many small things where I'm like, life is so short. And I think that's something I was also reminded of this weekend in so many different people's stories is that live your fucking life, because not to get grim for a second, but like you don't know how long you've got, and like just do the absolute most and hashtag no regrets, because like it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I think more for me was show more compassion and forgiveness. And I literally had another one and it escaped my brain. But it'll come back.
Telepathically.
Maybe. It was to do with that. But it'll
Compassion.
come. Oh, yeah. And like gratitude, not surface level gratitude. I think
like
we live
deep.
we live in such a generation where it's just so fucking surface level. And I think even through the activity of like losing our sight and learning our hunger cues and learning all of our other senses and stuff like that, it just really brought me back down to earth of what to truly be grateful for, and just how much, again, I think it comes back to that wasting time, is we waste time being ungrateful.
Yeah.
Like we are so fucking spoiled as a generation. It's like, be grateful for your family still being here, your friends being here, for the sunlight, for having a phone, for having technology. Like we just have everything given to us in this generation. And that's why like naturally we're just like, well, we want this and we want that, because it's given to us and we can't help that. But it's like, don't forget to be so grateful, and that's what we're here for, because people's lives are taken, people's senses are taken. There's people that can't hear, that can't see, that have no arms or legs or whatever. And it's like, we're out here with everything. We have everything, and it's so easily forgotten because we're always so focused on what we don't have.
Yeah.
And I think that was a huge key takeaway for me. And that's like what I was saying when I came home, like I just feel so much more in love. I'm like, I want to spend more intentional time with my family, and I don't give a fuck about what's on my phone, because I'm like, the people on my phone, no offense, are not important to me compared to the people that are right in front of my fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, and that's why the blind activity really got to me. I was like, imagine I couldn't see my mum's face anymore.
I know.
Like, no one thinks about that though, because we're so naive.
Yeah. I've got another one, is that you can always choose different.
Oh, yes.
And remembering
everything's
that, like,
a choice.
Yeah. You always have the choice to like, I mean, I say this to clients all the time, even like, you can wake up tomorrow. You can choose right now that you're going to do XYZ and go out and do it. Like you can do whatever with your fucking life, but you have the choice to entertain all the negative shit that maybe keeps you stuck in the victim mindset, and you get all the attention from everyone. And I think like that is the hardest thing that in the past has held me back from this journey, or like stunted me, is you don't get as much praise when you're doing all this stuff versus when you are the victim.
Facts.
And it's fucking hard in that like you're winning and you're doing all the hard shit and maybe no one notices it, but you're struggling over, oh my God, poor you, oh, what's going on? So you always have a choice, and it's just about choosing different. But in that as well, we have chosen to do a half marathon.
Yes, we fucking have.
In February, the 15th of February.
Very soon.
My training started last night. How many times are you going to run a week?
I don't know, 1 to 2.
Mine was 2.
Yeah, 2 props. Because I
Yeah.
only have 3 gym sessions anyway, so 2 runs will be
Perfect.
doable.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna do
very
that
exciting.
together. I'm
Yeah.
actually fucking pumped about it. Like,
I
I
know.
think it just goes with everything that I'm trying to embody at the moment as
like
well.
we can do it.
Yeah, easy. We could do it
Easy.
tomorrow if we wanted to.
Literally.
I'm not going to, but it's not on my radar
Yeah.
right now. But
I think, key takeaway, another one is just like you can do more than you think. You are so much more capable. You just have to trust yourself to expand your capacity.
yeah,
And don't let people feel sorry for you. Like literally, like what you were just saying, just keep fucking moving forward. And the people that are going to be part of that successful, positive journey of yours will be there.
yeah.
And that's fucking so special.
I think another one. Have like your blinders on a little bit of like, I mean, something that I absolutely love that I did at the start of the year was muted so many people on Instagram because it's so easy to get distracted in other people's journeys and even in your friends and family, in where like we learn all this stuff and then we want everyone's lives to be better. So we're like, oh my God, you should do this, you should do that. But it's like, just focus on
Project it
yourself
onto
because
others.
leading the way is the best way to teach other people. And like, I even learnt that in like something with Rami the other week of I chose not to have a snake somewhere, a lolly snake, and being on a deficit, and Rami was like, oh fuck, that actually showed me like what I should be doing on my deficit. And I was like, damn, that's actually the impact that I want to start having on people. It's just like people can see the choices you make because who fucking hates being told what to do? I know I hate being told what to do. Whereas if I see someone do something like, oh, fuck, maybe I should actually like start doing that. And you actually start to think about it and do it. So stop trying to tell everyone what they need to do and actually just lead the way and lead by example, because that'll create a ripple effect onto everyone. Should we leave it at that?
Yeah, because I feel like we could really
We could keep going for hours. But
if you have any questions about the retreat or how much we've grown, and because there's literally so much that we can talk about, but there is room for growth for everyone, is what I'm going to say.
And even for, like, I'm definitely going to be doing another one.
Again
like,
and again and again and again.
Yeah.
You're never too good for this shit. If you're sitting there with your ego thinking, oh, I've done this program and I've done that course and I've done this retreat already, there is always room for growth, and always just be a student, because you will learn so much.
Yeah.
We're ever evolving.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
Cool.
Well, my
Done.
loves, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Give us a follow, because we actually have a goal
Yes.
to get to 100 followers
100.
by the end of the year.
We're on like 80 something. Did I make that up?
like
we're on
83
something.
or
So we're
something
nearly,
like that.
nearly there.
So please, please, please. And we also have a goal to get to 1,000 downloads, streams, whatever you call it, on Spotify by the end of the year. So keep listening, keep following, keep supporting. It means the absolute world.
We love you.
And we will be back in your ears again next week.
Bye.
Bye.